Okay, so I thought I'd try a different way round. So I've got the wire brush on the electric drill, like so. Now, a lot of people will know this, but for those that don't, on things like a wire brush, it's the tips of the brush that actually do the work. All the rest of it, they don't really do anything. So if when using it, you are going to push down hard, all you're going to do is end up with a wire brush that's got all the wires going one way. Let the tips of the brush do the work. Don't put it on hard, just lightly touch it so that the tips do the work. Can't help the noise, but take your time, go through it. I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but by doing that I can actually see where each one of the spot welds are, which will enable me to get onto them with the drill, and this is still the same drill bit, and get right in the centre of them and try going around drilling them all before I go around with the chisel and try pulling it all up. Could take a while. That's the beauty of time lapse. Same again with the drill, nice and slow. We'll keep it going. I'm going to try and mount the camera up, put it on time lapse, and see if I can record the majority of this bit of floor coming out. While happily working away, yesterday this was, suddenly noticed that the battery had gone flat on my phone. So you've missed a small section of it coming out. So yeah, the rest of that side had to come out. The chassis from this point up is not in too bad a condition. Even got some shiny metal there. Only been over it quickly with a wire brush just to knock some of the flake off, but a bit of surface rust. That bit looks fine until you start looking down there. So yeah, still got to remove this side, and I've removed the small section across here, and I've got to remember how I put this box in so I can take it out again. Now, with working with the cordless drills, it does slow the job down a bit. But yesterday I put the drill bit into the other drill while waiting because I was impatient, and I lost the tip on my drill. No, I can't get that to focus. There we go. But the tip of the drill is no good, so that's because this old electric drill, I tried it in here and it just goes too fast, and I tried just like little bits on the trigger, but still managed to burn the tip out even though I had it in oil as well. So today I went and bought myself a cheap little drill from Screwfix, £17.99, complete with some drill bits, and also got another carbine bit, nice new one with a nice new tip on it. How good this drill's going to be, time will tell. That's a bit more of what the tip should look like, again, if it ever comes into focus. Okay, right, I got to this point here and it was like I couldn't feel anything under here for this being fixed to, so I thought I'd work it down from this side and bring it down this way. Got down to this point, I cut through from the next floor. I didn't worry about the lip because it just joins the two together. It's just more spot welds that aren't necessary to lift this piece. They're running around about this line here. Didn't cut it all the way to the end because I wasn't sure. You can feel under here that it's caught up on something, but this piece here goes on after the floor and it's welded to the floor. I can't do it now because I'm out of time, because it's now getting on for 8 o'clock in the evening and I've got good neighbours, but I don't want to piss them off too much, so I'm going to stop working for now, stop banging and sawing and cutting. So I'll grind these off tomorrow and cut that piece. A few rivets or spot welds, I keep calling them rivets, a few spot welds down here, and you got the inside of the step here. I'm not sure, when I get this bit peeled back I'll see, but in theory if I just cut straight round here, this piece here should lift out, leaving the rest. But again, there's a couple of spot welds there and there. I can just about feel them. Yeah, there could be one around here as well, feeling from the lip underneath. Okay, again this side it's not as bad, haven't cleaned it out this side yet, but the metal is all pretty solid, apart from where I've chewed it up getting some of these spot welds out. I've even drilled through too far on some, not getting too accurate with the drill. And as for the drill bits, I bought this new drill, bloody useless. Where have I put it? As you can see, my organisation is total crap and chaos. The new piece that I bought, the new cobalt drill bit, I put it into the electric drill. It lasted for 2 holes on its slowest setting, and that was with oil as well. And bloody useless. On the plus side, I have found a way to sort of sharpen it using the angle grinder. It's not the best of tips, but it does better than the new one. It just doesn't have the point to keep it central. But if you hold the drill, go steady, you can sort of keep it on line. Right, carry on again tomorrow, although the video will carry straight on now. Now you see, this seems funny to me because for you, this is carrying on. For me, this is 2 weeks later. The van hasn't changed. I won't bother trying that. I'll turn the camera around in a minute. A lot's happened in the past 2 weeks. More to do with me than anything else. Get it back into the light. That's better. You can see me now. I don't know if any of you watched it, but I'd done an interview for The Island with Bear Grylls. If you haven't, it's on. You go and watch it. I basically had a breakdown, but I've been feeling brilliant since. I've got over my fear of the cameras, and feel confident now that I can get this van done. So I've decided to lift the rest of the floor. 1 second. Okay, yeah, I've decided to lift the rest of the floor. This is where it got left off. Shortly I'll put it into time-lapse because apparently 3 hours work can equate down to about 30 seconds. Cut that piece there, get the rest of this floor up, and then I'm going to remove the final section of floor here up to where the cab area is. That part I'm not going to replace, that part I'm going to patch. Just to give you some ideas of what the plans are to do is, many years ago I built this box and it housed two 12-inch speakers. I think I've already said about it. That's got to come out because it's rotted it. That was back in 2002 and it's now 2007. And just for the record, it's, I don't know what the bloody date is. But yeah, I've got to be careful taking this bit up. I know the fuel tank is around this area. Those holes in the floor there, it used to have a 6 kilowatt diesel heater in here that I got out of an ambulance. Kept it lovely and warm in the winter. That's going to be refitted, but it's going to be housed under the floor and not actually inside here and piped. I have been asked what I'm planning to do with the floor. Now, just to take through the phases, because I might just tell you now and then time-lapse most of it. But all this will be wire brushed down and treated. I've done a bit earlier because I had to wait for people to disappear so that I could get on with filming. So while I've just done a piece here to give you an idea of what it looked like. That's been cleaned up, and if I can reach the damn thing, I've been using this. I don't know if it's actually any good, but it's cheap enough. Milam's is our local shop. It paints on fairly easy. It's meant to convert the rust back to metal. How true it is, time will tell. If anyone knows of anything better that I can use, it's cheap enough, low budget, you see. That's why it's all DIY. Let me know. Right, I'll get out of here, set it up on time-lapse, and carry on. I've cleared this bit of floor already while I was waiting because this was down here. This is actually a kitchen unit that's more of a tool shelf at the moment, but that's going to be fitted in the rear bunk that's going in the back there, so that when you open the doors up, it'll convert into a bed and the kitchen unit comes out underneath, so that you've got the kitchen around the back of the van. That's the theory anyway. As to whether I can make it practice, who knows. I'm no expert in anything. I'm a novice DIYer. I've taught myself how to do everything over the years, and including welding. It's not the best, but it works. Yeah, the floor, I'm putting more battery boxes in wherever the size is, much like in a coach where all the back boxes are in the floor. Then I plan to put aluminium checkered flooring down, which I have actually thought about putting a plastic tray underneath it and having like a gap, about a 1/2 inch gap in between, so that I could pump air and have underfloor heating when I got it all running. But I'm not going to tell you too much of the plans, but those doors are going to change. I'll leave that for another video. Down, down, down. Well, firstly, sorry for half stripping off and showing me crack, but it got rather hot in here. So I hope it's given you an insight as to what's involved in total for this second section that I took up, or second and third in this video. It's about 14 hours that it took to do, about 14 hours. So it just gives you an idea. I mean, it's probably not the best of ways to do it, but it's the way I've done. I have cheated slightly. end piece over there. I just cut it off. That bit's still spot welded on, but the charger has gone faulty, so I couldn't charge up the drills, so I had to use that cheapo electric thing that I bought and get through with that. So I thought I'd wait until I got the charger before I did the rest of the spot welds, but it gives me a chance to get the rest of it done and crack on with it until I get one. I am tempted to take the rest of the floor up, but I will see what happens. For now, if nothing else, it's given plenty of scope. I can get to the brake lines, I can get to the prop shaft, exhaust, fuel tank. I mean, look at these. They're not too healthy, are they? Not good at all. So yeah, so if you're thinking of doing something, I wouldn't advise lifting the floor unless you want to go into full rebuild from the ground up, which is basically what I'm doing. So that's why I've taken the floor up, because I want to rebuild it and I want to know that it's going to last a good few years without having to do anything to it again. No, my luck, the back will be perfect, the front will crumble. Anyway, next video will be cleaning up. You'd not have to watch them, but I'm doing a video log of everything that I do, so I thought I'd put them up. If you like them and you'd like to know when I put the next stage up, just subscribe and you'll get notification when it goes up. But there you go. That's the whole floor up. Thank you for watching.